Thank you for being here late Saturday afternoon at the Litecoin Summit 2022. As he said, I'm Merrick Theobald. I'm with BitPay. We're going to talk about accepting Litecoin and paying out in Litecoin. I'm going to give a brief overview of BitPay and some of our products and services. But after that, I'm going to open it up to questions from everyone out here. So I want you to start thinking about questions. It could be questions about BitPay, about crypto acceptance, about crypto payouts. Anything that you want to ask, I'm here to answer those questions. When you leave today, I want to make sure that you understand who BitPay is, how to accept Litecoin, but also how to pay out in Litecoin if you want to do that as well. So feel free to ask those questions. I'm not sure how many of you were here for the opening yesterday, but Charlie Lee said some very favorable things about BitPay. We have been around since 2011. So in blockchain years, that's a very long time. We are one of the original payment gateways. We are, in fact, the largest crypto payment processor in the world. That's our primary business. We work with large companies all over the world to process crypto transactions for them, and then we settle in multiple ways, but the primary way that large companies want to be settled is in US dollar or another fiat. So we work with AT&T, AMC Theaters. Pull out your AMC app. You can go buy your next ticket using Litecoin with AMC Theaters. Microsoft, you might have heard Gucci is now using us in some of their stores, hopefully expanding to all of their stores. So we process about $1 billion a year in crypto payments. So that's a big number, but it's not quite where we can go. We're like a 12-year-old startup. Crypto payments is building. We're finally getting mainstream. I think when we come out of this bear market and we do another run like we did a couple years ago, you're going to see more and more adoption, not just from consumers, but from businesses. So we help you from setup to settlement, and we make it easy for you to accept cryptocurrency. Benefits to accepting cryptocurrency. The panel did a great job before me. They had hit some of my key notes, but no fraud chargebacks. So if you have an industry where you get chargebacks, just know that you cannot do a chargeback with a push payment such as a blockchain payment. Lower fees than traditional payment methods, 1% on average. Faster settlement. Because there are no fraud chargebacks, it's almost a guaranteed payment once it confirms on the blockchain. You can be settled as quickly as next business day directly into your bank account. There's a couple different ways that you can incorporate crypto acceptance into your business. One is online, one is in person, or one is via email. Email requires no integration. You just send an email invoice out to the person that you would like to accept payment from. We have a lot of businesses that use that. All over the world, we work in about 230 different countries and territories that we can work in. E-commerce is our bread and butter. That's why we got started, and that's why we're here today. We have a bunch of different ways that you can incorporate into e-commerce. We have code libraries with some of the leading codes out there, PHP, Pythons, many others. We have plugins for WooCommerce, Magento, and others. We have integrated solutions, Shopify. Does anybody have a Shopify store? Yeah. Right away, you can add crypto acceptance to Shopify and begin accepting payments. The only thing that we ask, and that's required, is not only do you have a relationship with Shopify, but everybody that accepts cryptocurrency through BitPay has to have a merchant account or a business account with us. So you have to go to bitpay.com and set up a business account. And because of the laws and the regulations here in the United States and other parts of the world, we do have to KYB the business. So you're going to have to upload some documentation to prove that you are a legitimate business, you are operating in an industry that we can work in, and that, within days or a few weeks, depending on how quickly we can get those documents uploaded, you can be accepting cryptocurrency through Shopify, BigCommerce, and other integrated solutions like that. We can go down as low as $1 for a payment, up to millions of dollars. We have sold $3 million Bugattis $15 million home on Lake Tahoe. So there's no limit for crypto payments. The only limit is how much they have in their wallet. So that's the big limit for crypto payments. The other part of our business is payouts. So we work with companies so that they can pay out in crypto as well. So they pay us or fund their account in US dollars, and then they tell us how much in US dollars to pay a recipient. BitPay, we receive part of our payroll, if we want to, in cryptocurrency. It could be Bitcoin, it could be Litecoin, and we have others. You don't have to participate if you don't want to, but it's a benefit as an employee of a BitPay, and more companies are actually offering payroll payouts as an option and a benefit for their companies. Now is a great time to offer that, right? We're in a bear market. Your employees might want to put some money into some of these coins, so they might be able to increase the value of those as we do a next run-up. So that could be exciting, but we do more than just payroll payouts. Happy to talk to you about that. But if any of you have an affiliate network that you make payments to, this product can also be used to pay out affiliates all over the world. There's no faster, better, easier way to pay an affiliate network than with blockchain payments. Rewards and rebates. We're seeing a lot of companies, especially e-commerce companies, now offering crypto rewards and crypto rebates. One of our merchant partners is 8 Sleep. They sell these luxury sleeping pods, $3,000. They offered, regardless of how you pay, it could be credit card, it could be ACH, it could be crypto payments. They were offering up to $150 back as a crypto reward when you made that purchase. So that was a fantastic use case for that. So we have the crypto acceptance, we have the crypto payouts. Both great products of BitPay. And I do want to share, this is a Litecoin conference, 22% of our transactions in the month of July were from Litecoin. When we started in 2011, it was just Bitcoin, so 100% of our transactions were Bitcoin. July, about 47% of our transactions were Bitcoin, 22% of our transactions were Litecoin, and then everything else were all the other coins that we support. So Litecoin has done extremely well for us, and we're excited to continue to offer Litecoin. And one of the things that we would like to do is just know that any merchant that works with us can accept Litecoin. So if you see the BitPay payment button on any website, you can pay with Litecoin. If you want to offer Litecoin payroll payouts, you can do that through our payout product. So that's the quick message about BitPay and our business services. So I want to open it up to see if there are any questions about BitPay, about crypto acceptance. Happy to discuss anything that you have, or even crypto payouts. Do we have any questions out there? Question up front. Wait for the microphone, and I'll go ahead and answer that for you.
I have 2 questions, actually. How did BitPay get accepted by precious metals dealers?
So there are a few industries that started early adopters for crypto payments, right? And one was precious metal. So we work with many of the top precious metal dealers out there, APMEX being the largest precious metal dealer. They're actually a top 50 e-commerce provider. So you can go there today and buy gold or any other precious metal that they sell with Litecoin or any of the other coins that we work with. The reason they do that is it's a very low margin business for them. So they pay 1%, and that's much less than credit cards and other transactions, and it's guaranteed. Again, all of our payments happen on the blockchain. So once it's confirmed on the blockchain, you receive notification, and once you receive notification, those payments are guaranteed to you. They're not going to charge it back. You're going to get paid the next business day. So again, gold and precious metals, APMEX has been a partner of ours for many years, probably 6, 7 years, early adopter.
Awesome. Okay. My second question, is BitPay working on adding more cryptos to their services?
Yeah, so that's a great question, because today we support 16 different cryptocurrencies. 15 we're allowed to support in the United States. One we are not allowed to support in the United States right now. I'll let you figure out which one that is. But, you know, in the early days, we did Bitcoin only. And we started adding new coins. And actually, some of the Bitcoin loyalists and maximalists are kind of upset that we went with other coins. But other coins have a great use case and great utility, Litecoin being one of them. And we need to accept whatever the market tells us to accept. So we will be adding more coins. The one thing that we ask when we add new coins is that they are listed on multiple exchanges. Because the one thing that we're trying to do is we're trying to build an industry, build a business. We want to provide the customer with the best exchange rate when they're going to use their crypto that we can. So we shop 5 different exchanges right now. So that's one requirement, is the coin has to be listed on multiple exchanges so we can provide the best exchange rate for the customer so that they're willing to use their crypto to make a payment. So great question.
Thank you.
Got a couple questions back there.
So my questions revolves around the volatility of Bitcoin and crypto by extension. But you'd mentioned the $10 million house or whatever. You start processing the transaction within 10 minutes. You have a 25 to 50% event. Like who's at risk for that, or how do you manage that risk?
Great question, and that's my fault for not mentioning our biggest benefit to companies out there. We handle all of the volatility. If you get settled in US dollar, 100% of the volatility is on us. So if it's a $10 million condo, they're going to get $10 million minus our 1% fee. Often, they add that 1% fee onto the purchase price anyways, the transaction, so there is no fee. And you can do that if you want to do that. So we handle all of the volatility if you get settled in fiat or US dollar. You can also get settled in crypto. If you get settled in crypto, the exchange is done, or the exchange rate is done at the time of the purchase. So if it goes up, great for you. If it goes down, not so good for you. But the good thing about getting settled in crypto, especially with BitPay, is you have 16 different coins that you can accept. You might want Litecoin settlements. We can do Litecoin settlements. So if someone comes and pays in Dogecoin, we're going to do that conversion for you and then settle you in Litecoin. Same thing, Bitcoin Cash, get it into Litecoin. So, but most of the people that partner with BitPay, especially the large e-commerce companies, want to get settled in US dollar. They don't want to deal with it. They don't want to take custody of it. There's additional reporting that you have to do if you take custody of it. If they ever sell it, they have to report the gains or the losses on that. And to be honest, their treasury or their finance team just doesn't understand crypto right now. So that's the greatest benefit we provide, is handling the volatility and settling in US dollars for them. Great question.
Hey, I know you guys collect statistics on your transactions, like you were saying. Do you also collect demographics on the users of particular coins? Like, can you know there's an audience or a target audience for Litecoin versus Dogecoin?
So I think I heard 2 questions. So there are statistics in there. So it's funny, the last panel was talking about being in a bear market, not a lot of use going on. We haven't seen that. We're still seeing a lot of transactions. And in fact, transactions have maintained for us during this bear market. What we have seen is the use of different coins. So they're not using their Bitcoin. They're using other coins, stable coins. So stable coins have actually grown in this bear market for us. So the average order value has dropped for us, but the average order value still beats any traditional payment method that you have out there. So people that hold crypto spend more money. And as we get out of the bear market and we're doing another run, Bitcoin will start to be used, all coins will start to be used again, and you're going to use those earnings that you just made from buying at the levels we are right now to buy items, luxury items, or any item for that matter. We don't collect demographics. We're just a payment gateway, right? So it's up to the merchant to capture that information. All we're telling the merchant is that this payment was approved and we're going to settle with you. So we don't collect demographic information like that. We can tell you by merchant what coins they're using more. We can give you that information, but we don't have specific information on the buyer unless we have to KYC the buyer. So in the United States, anything over $3,000, the travel rule, we have to KYC the buyer. But we handle that. You don't have to do anything. If it's over $3,000, we have to ask for some information. If we get up to larger amounts, that $10 million condo or $15 million home, that's enhanced due diligence that we have to do. And it often comes down to source of funding, like where did that coin come from? So we can't do money laundering. So the bank will actually ask us before they approve it, where did that coin come from? How long have they had it? So if you see coins moving from one wallet to another wallet to another wallet to another wallet, there's clearly something going on there, probably money laundering. But someone might have bought some coin back 3, 4, 5 years ago, and it sat in the same wallet, and that's how they do a source of funding for that. So in Europe and other parts of the world, we have to KYC at different levels. So that's why it's important when you are looking to accept cryptocurrency or even doing payroll payouts or any type of payout, partner with a company that understands the local laws and regulations, because you don't want to get in trouble. You don't want your customers to get in trouble. So just know that in Europe, we follow all the laws and regulations in Europe. Everywhere we work, we follow all the local laws and regulations. Great questions. Question right up here.
What is the adoption rate do you have any studies of how customers are willing to spend and purchase with crypto on the website? And is there an increase in conversion? Do you have any ideas on that or case studies that you can share?
So the interesting thing is it's remained consistent over the years, the past few years, as far as how many transactions are happening with us and the dollar amount. But there's different transactions happening, right? So some of the early industries or categories maybe have stopped. Like we used to do FX, and we still do FX, but it's not being so much used in FX trading anymore. It's being used for more day-to-day goods, which is a benefit because that means it's going mainstream. So early adopter, early industry was FX trading. People would fund their FX account with crypto. Again, more day-to-day products are being purchased. So we haven't seen that accelerant yet where you could say, boy, it's at that level, an increase that, we're here. We're almost there. I will say this, there is a lot of confusion in the marketplace too. We did a study with Payments.com. I don't know if any of you follow Payments.com, but a media outlet that focuses on payments. They did a study, and most companies and merchants out there believe they are accepting cryptocurrency today, because PayPal is on their website. That's it. We all know that, yes, they have cryptocurrency, but it's a closed network. They're doing nothing on the blockchain, but because they have PayPal, many companies believe they are accepting cryptocurrency, whereas it really isn't open network and on the blockchain. So we have to get through that and educate the marketplace, and that's consumers and businesses as well.
How fast do you pay out?
The payout? Depending on the time of the day and how much it is, it could be next business day. And if it works just like your settlement process today. So if you're getting settled in US dollars today, you get an account with us, you go into your merchant account, you tell us the bank account where you want to get settled in, and it could be their next business day, 2 business days worse. Yep. Any other questions? We got a question over there?
So I have a question about the routing of the payments. So the end user sees the invoice, right? Mm-hmm. And then they make the payment. And when the payment is made, does it flow through the merchant to you, or does it get settled on the blockchain directly, and then you monitor the blockchain to see when it got settled, and then you communicate that to the merchant? So
the merchant never has anything to do with the cryptocurrency.
I see.
It has to be completely separate from whatever they're doing. So everything happens through us. And QR code is what we do. Blockchain payments is all about QR codes. So if you notice on that QR code, we will provide a 15-minute window for that customer to check the exchange rate that we're providing, to go around and check other exchanges to see what their exchange rate is, to make sure that they're getting the best exchange rate. They have 15 minutes to complete that transaction. If they can't complete it within 15 minutes, then they have to refresh it and get a new exchange rate. And many people actually play that game. They'll wait 14 minutes to see what the market's doing because it's highly volatile. And you know what? If the price drops, they're going to continue with what the exchange rate they have. So we wait for confirmation on the blockchain. So depending on the merchant and the relationship and the price, it could be 2, 3 confirmations. $10 million, $15 million, we're going to wait for full confirmations that it was done.
And then you communicate that to the merchant, right? Once
Then we
confirmation-
communicate, yeah. So the key here is you have to receive communication from us that the payment is complete and approved before you do anything. And we notify you that there's different levels, that we received it, that the payment is done and complete, and that you can do something with the product or the service that you're offering.
And just one more question, please. So
Sure.
what languages do you offer for an API-based integration with the
What
merchant?
languages?
Yeah. What programming languages? What
So-
libraries?
There are languages built into the app, but we hope to be kind of like any other payment method where you just recognize the BitPay brand and you know that's cryptocurrency payments, right? So hopefully we get to that level where you don't have to do that. Oh, what language is on our API? Well,
Yeah,
everything's
yeah.
written in English right now with our API documentation. But if you have a specific need, we can talk about that. So is that the question?
No. So when the merchant is integrating with BitPay, right? What language libraries like?
Oh,
for
what language
example,
libraries for integrations?
For integrations.
Okay,
yes.
yeah. We support many. I just named PHP and Python as a couple, but we support many. We support almost every major code library out there. I'm sorry.
No,
but
that
yeah,
wasn't
it's bitpay.com/integrations gives you a good idea of the different integrations that we have. So many, I mean, we have to because many of our top e-commerce providers use varying versions of code libraries. So we support them all, the major ones at least. Gotcha. Any other questions? Okay. I do want to thank you for being here, and I thank you for allowing me to be up here. I hope you have a better understanding about BitPay. The greatest thing that we can do as a community to support Litecoin and the adoption of Litecoin and the awareness of Litecoin is to use Litecoin. So if you have a business, please accept Litecoin. It would be great if it was through BitPay, but it doesn't have to be through BitPay. If you don't have a business where you're selling a product or a service, but you have a company, offer payroll payouts to them, allow them to receive Litecoin for their payroll or part of their payroll. But that's another way to create awareness and build interest in Litecoin and adoption is we need to use it. So if there are no further questions, I appreciate your time.